Hello, and welcome to another Manchester Policy Update with LegU Commercial. I'm Brittany Ping, the Director of Property Management. For those of you that might remember, we started these policy updates due to a new trash ordinance being passed by the City of Manchester in the Department of Public Works. In about October of 2023, we joined with about 23 other members of the public to go speak to the Board of Mayor and Aldermen about the impacts that the proposed trash ordinance that was passed in September of 2023 and how it would affect about 1/3 of Manchester's property owners removing city property trash removal. So what happened on February 20th is that committee met for the first time since the fall to review and speak with DPW about their intention behind the solid waste ordinance change and the removal of those properties from the city trash service and what they wanted it to look like moving forward. So what we learned in that meeting is that DPW was not intent on a cost savings with their ordinance change. What they're looking for is to affect the cleanliness of the neighborhoods and to ultimately penalize non-compliant properties in regards to volume and trash, and require them to go outside for trash services to better meet the needs of the volume of trash at their properties. So while that was well-intentioned, they understand that it caused quite some distress amongst property owners. They received 170 waivers from property owners in Manchester that were deemed ineligible for trash service on the ordinance that passed in September of 2023. That is indefinitely postponed. DPW at the special meeting did not request that the ordinance go into effect. What they did request is to create an 8-person roundtable with DPW to better understand the niche of those affected by the ineligibility. Their intent would be to honor any waiver that came across. They don't want to revoke this ordinance. They would like everyone to basically default into a waiver, allow that to anybody who requests a waiver to not go to private trash collection, and to penalize anybody who is non-compliant through the current process, but basically go to a 2 strikes you're out model. If a property has 2 non-compliance penalties in a 12-month period, they would no longer be eligible for city trash service. So there was no talk in regards to what would happen maybe if a new owner got possession, or what would happen after 12 months of being in compliance with a private trash service. Would they allow to be back into the city process? So there are a lot of questions still to be asked. And a few of the aldermen asked questions that I would ask of that same DPW, like what about properties where we're known that people dump, right? Maybe they even have video of their neighbors dumping. It doesn't stop the city from violating that property. And so what if they're not in compliance because of not their residents' actions? So I do hope, for one, I'm going to ask to be put on that roundtable. But if nothing else, I hope that this roundtable is built with people who understand the challenges that residents and multifamilies face. They understand the challenges that owners face when they have a property that is ripe for dumping, illegal dumping. And, what would it look like if you were granted a waiver, found in noncompliance? Could a new owner, attempt that waiver again? And so I hope to get you more updates after the March 5th Board of Mayor and Aldermen meeting, where they review this proposal from the DPW to engage in that roundtable discussion and go from any edits from the waiver and ordinance process from there. So again, that's the update from the 2/20 special committee meeting. You can find out more and stay in touch with us, tinyurl.com/Manchester Policy Updates. And I will give you an update after the March 5th Board of Mayor and Aldermen meeting. Thank you so much.